That shit was trash.
Seems like you're always
How you doing,
good
brother?
to see you.
Good to see you
Everything
as well.
good?
Yes,
How's it
sir.
feel?
Everybody's great.
Yes, sir. You all set, ready to go?
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
When you look at what's ahead, what's your level of anxiousness?
I mean, I would say high. Got I think about a week off, and you're just itching to get back out on the court and compete. We've had a couple really good days today and yesterday, and we got to keep building that until Saturday when we take the court.
When it comes to postseason, all you've known in your Laker career is you got to go through the play-in tournament. What's this week been for you personally? What's it been like for you having almost a week between games?
It's nice not to be in the play-in, but at the end of the day, we got where we wanted to go last year and the year before, and both years we didn't do what we wanted to do, but we ended up that first year making a little run to the Western Conference Finals, and then last year things not going the way we wanted to. But this year we're just ready to lock in, compete, and try to make a run.
And yourself, LeBron, and Luka, you guys had three sort of problem-solving ball handlers. How critical do you think that's going to be against what they do well in terms of ball pressure, disruption, kind of the styles make fights sort of element of it?
Yeah, I think you just gotta play with IQ. Those guys are super aggressive defensively and cause a lot of havoc on that end of the court. We just gotta like I said, play with IQ, patience, and don't turn the ball over.
For the last few years, you've been open with us about visualizing the idea of winning a championship for the Lakers alongside LeBron. Has that conversation opened up with Luka at all? Have you and him, spoken at all about the prospect of maybe winning your first ring together?
There was a brief conversation a couple weeks ago about how it would be nice to win a championship, obviously, but not too in depth. But I want to, like you said, I want to win a championship for this organization and everybody that's involved, and for myself, I think it'd be cool.
What was last night like? You guys got together to watch the game, though, right?
Yeah.
Does that feel like a good camaraderie event to kick things off for the postseason?
Yeah, for sure. JJ turned into a motivational speaker, and it was fun. I asked him how many times he rehearsed it, and he said 0. He was speaking from the heart, so it was good. It's obviously always fun when you get together as a group and you have time to kind of kick back, relax, and just hang out as friends and family, and just have a good time.
Any clip notes from his speech? Is there one thing that stood out from him?
Y'all can ask him.
You guys got together before the season as a team. Kind of an interesting bookend to do it now here before the playoffs. But I guess for the guys that were at both meetings, you're one of the few. How did this season did it feel like a long season because of all the different versions of it? Did your time together feel short in some ways too, because this version of the team lived for 23 games or something like that too?
Yeah, I mean, I think every season, if you ask guys, it feels like 5 years all in one. But then again, if you really think about it, it feels like it ended in the snap of a finger. I feel like this staff has been here for a couple of years, but then like I remember it was like yesterday that JJ called me when I was back home right after he took the job. So, and then with all the changes that we made this year, yeah, we haven't been together that long, but the things that we've done, on the court, off the court, has really built that chemistry to where it needs to be right now, and we're continuing to grow. So it's fun.
Austin, they're a team that plays big, obviously, and you guys have fared well against some bigger teams in playing them. They're two bigs off the floor, getting them downsized. What's the key within that, and especially defensively on the glass? You're cross-matched against a Rudy or a Nas Reed or something like that.
Yeah, you just got to play hard as shit. Every possession, you win by the smallest margin, or you lose by the smallest margin in the playoffs, as we could tell from last year. Obviously, this ain't the same team, but if you go back and watch last year's games, one thing here and there could have changed the whole series, and we'd had an opportunity to play in the second round, but we didn't do those. So we got to do that every single game. We can't take possessions off, and at the end of the day, we got a group of guys that are just ready to go to war. And there's a difference in being ready to go to war by yourself than being ready to go to war with your team. Like, we're locked in as a group and we're ready to go compete. Appreciate y'all.
Take care,
Oh
buddy.
shit.